got a wood stove today. Naturehike Titanium Wood Stove. I'm going to try and use this with an alcohol stove. So it kind of made sense to me that I've got a dual purpose item. Oh, I didn't show it to you, did I? It's got this little canvas bag that it comes in. If you want a full review on this, on how to use it with sticks and wood and that, check out the Outdoor Gear Review. The chap on there, he's used this with sticks and he's done a fine job, so I'm not going to talk to you about that. When I saw this, I thought that I could use this as a multi-purpose item, and I thought I could use it with alcohol. So I bought my Trangia out today. In theory, I think this is going to work. In reality, I'm not overly sure, but I'm fairly confident. Bought myself a Trangia and a trivet, and the idea was I was going to set them up inside and set the pot inside and use this as a windshield. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking these two shouldn't really go together. I know that, but I was just kind of, I don't know, when I have things I look at them and I think, what else can I do with that? Is there another way I can use this to suit me? When I saw this little Naturehike, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I bought it in the Amazon sale. There's no links or anything. It's just wanted to tell you where I got it. I think he's going. So what I've worked out is that I can get a 750ml pot inside. So, oh, get the junk out of there. So all I'm going to do is test him out and see how well he works. So I think he's going to work absolutely beautifully. And then if I want to go away somewhere and use it as a double item, so to speak, then he should work. If any of you have tried this, let me know in the comments. Or even if you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, let me know. That seems to be working rather well. I've got some powdered milk. I don't usually bring powdered milk with me. There's another experiment, and I've got some coffee and drinking chocolate, as in cocoa. So what I thought I'd do is throw them both in. And I know that powdered milk and cocoa and all the rest of it, it goes quite, what's the word? Lumpy. So the idea is that you boil your milk up, and that's supposed to stop the lumps and break it all down. And in a way that makes sense, doesn't it? It makes perfect sense, because there's fat in cocoa powder and there's also fat in milk. You might be able to see it there. So if I boil them both up, in theory it might work. I've always struggled with powdered milk. It's always been a bit of a mare for me. In theory it's a good idea, powdered milk. In practice it always goes a bit lumpy. Well, that didn't work particularly well. I've boiled him up and I've still got some big boy lumps in there. Unsatisfactory. I think I'll have to keep carrying fresh milk with me. Now on the upside, that is working brilliantly well. So my idea of putting a pot inside and using that as a windshield, there's not a massive amount of wind here, it's just a slight breeze. It seems like it's a winner. If you're wondering where I am on the Severn estuary, quite close to where I live. That's Wales over there. All those good Welsh people live. Here is what they call Burnbeck Pier, or the Old Pier as the locals call it. And I'm just on a bit of a rocky outcrop by the sea. It's absolutely beautiful here. This is really local to me, and let's go up here. I was looking on Google Earth for places to go which were fairly local, but at the same time are quiet, or as quiet as I can get. I ended up with this bit of urbanish wilderness, I guess. It's right by what they call the toll road, or what you used to call the toll road, and it goes along the seafront. And it's a bit like a lot of western and seaside towns. It's all a bit run down, a little bit derelict. And some bits of it look like they've been in the apocalypse. It's a shame, really. It could be so much nicer. But anyway, I won't dwell on that. You should get a beautiful view. If you've only just joined this video, I want you to know that this is not seawater. This is my cocoa that I made out of powdered milk and cocoa powder. And I can confirm it's terrible. I appreciate this has been a bit of a random one. It's always good to just get out, experiment a little, find out if things work or don't. It's all very well sorting it out in your garage or wherever you are, but until you actually get and take something out in the real world, you don't know if it's going to work or not. It's given me a lot more ideas on how to use this, and I think that you'll be seeing him again. It's a great little stove, by the way, from what I've seen of him so far. Doesn't weigh much. The downside is that he's a bit big. He's a bit of a chunk to get in your pack, and you can't even, once these are closed, you can't actually put a big pot inside like you would with a Nalgene bottle and a Nalgene cup, you know, where one goes inside the other. So it's a bit restrictive in that regard, but other than that, I think he's going to be great fun to play with. That wasn't actually the place I was heading for. I saw somewhere else on Google Earth and I thought I'd check it out and came across that by accident. I got out of the way of the car. So I'm going to check out where I was going originally, just in case it's a suitable spot for a future video. Thanks for coming along on this one. I'll see you next time. InfoZhed out.